for Life show. My name is MG Hunt, and today I'm here with an amazing indie author who loves toying with the strings of fate. So, welcome to the show, Melissa J Kincaid. Thank you so much for joining us today, Melissa. Really appreciate it.
Having me.
My pleasure. Because I have to say, when I was first entering this indie author space, my Instagram algorithm may have been new to suggesting people, but one of those people was yourself because of the proliferation of what has become your now 4-book series in the Strings of Fate. And it's a testament to you as an individual, as a creative, as kind of a marketing genius as well, because your Instagram page and your presence online was one of the first and most enduring pages, personalities, authors that I came into contact with. And then to find out that you're in Victoria as well, same as me, I was like, I'm starstruck. So just giving you a little praise there, because what you are doing is so impressive. It always inspires me seeing the picture of you standing in front of the Dymocks bookshelf with number 1 for the Strings of Fate series. It was book 1, was that right? Or all of them?
I think it was book 2 went up to the bestseller wall when that released, and then I had the third book went to the bestseller as well. So the series went up on the wall. So yeah, that was the third book, putting it up there again for the second time. Yeah.
Like, isn't that a dream? Do you remember? Yeah, that moment when you found out that happened.
Yeah, it was so funny. Ali Parker works at Dymocks Knots, and we chat quite a bit, and she sent me a message saying, you got to come down to the shop. I'm like, okay, why? She's like, I'm not telling you, you just have to come down. I was like, okay. So I went down, and there was my books up on number 1, and my son came down. He goes, Mum, those are yours. It was so beautiful. Yeah.
It's amazing. And
Amazing.
you are a self-published author. So can that also be a testament to everyone out there in the self-publishing world that number 1 in Dymocks is possible, and Melissa is a clear example of that. So I will just say formally congratulations. I know that probably happened, maybe some years ago, but it is so inspiring to all of us out here. So props to you.
You can.
I just love it. I just think that it's just so amazing. And Knox Dymocks in particular is pretty amazing as well when it comes.
They're fantastic down there. Such big supporters of indies. Yeah.
Yes. So everyone in the Victoria area in Australia, please, if you're in Melbourne next time, check out Knox Dymocks, because you're going to see a lot of familiar faces if you're big on the indie author realm and interested in the show. But I should divert into yourself more, Melissa, and ask you to give us all an insight into your background and where you grew up.
Well, I live in Melbourne, specifically in the beautiful Yarra Valley. Wurundjeri. Sorry if I say it incorrectly.
Yeah, Wurundjeri country. Yeah.
With my husband and son. And I've been self-published for 4 years today. Love Fury came out 4 years today.
What? I can't believe.
I only realized when I was setting up for the writing out my spiels. I was like, 4 years since Love Fury came out. Blink, and the time goes. Yeah.
It feels like it's been longer. It's just amazing.
Yeah, I know. It does actually feel like it's been way longer. Yeah. 4 years officially. 1st of November 2021. Love Blood Fury came into the world. Wow. 4 years.
4 years. Holy moly.
It's a very special day, and I'm very glad to be spending it with you too.
Oh, thank you so much. I know that this episode will probably go out a week from now, but for everyone listening, today is the 1st of November, 2025. So happy birthday to Love, Blood and Fury, to starting off your career. Were there some other books before Love, Blood and Fury? No. So it was
No, Lovewood was my debut. Yeah.
the debut. So it's been 4 years in
Mm.
this indie publishing world. And before that, were you involved with anything else publishing book related? Yeah.
So a bit of my background. I've always been into stories as long as I can remember. I was that creative kid that was always in the art class, and I was always drawn to literature and anything imaginative at school. So I was, maths wasn't my strong suit. I was in the art class. My dad is really creative too. So I think that's where I get a lot of that side of me. And my mum's a huge bookworm, so I can definitely trace where my influences came from.
Yeah, absolutely.
I studied graphic design at Box Hill TAFE back when there was Box Hill TAFE in Box Hill.
Love that.
Yeah. And then I went to work in the field. I actually started out by designing the sleeves that sit behind the DVDs at Network Video, which is like Blockbuster Video, if you remember.
Ah, back in the day. Yeah.
Yeah, so I started designing those sleeves, which was pretty cool. And also their marketing flyers and graphics and things. So that's where I started. I did that for 4 years. And then after that, I thought I needed something a little bit different because doing graphic design all the time for someone else gets a bit draining. So I thought I'm going to try something different. So then I went into real estate.
No way. That's interesting.
Into rentals. Yeah. So I was a leasing manager, zipping around in my car, opening houses in Baldwin and Box Hill and that area.
Oh, that's such a pivot.
Yeah, I know. And after that, I then went into my current job at an educational bookshop that's close to my home, which is really nice because being out in Coldstream, driving all the way into Baldwin every day was a bit, tiring.
It's a bit of a commute, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was a commute. So now I'm still there at the bookshop now. I do their marketing material as well as customer service and digital support. A good, nice mix of things. So I'm not always doing design, which is I love design. Don't get me wrong, but doing it all the time gets very tiring.
It does.
But,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a bit of my background. Illustration and graphic design are definitely my creative outlets, as well as writing.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of what I've created in these books. It's certainly been handy knowing how to do graphic design just for that little bit of help with the costs.
Yes.
For illustrating my characters, especially when I have wonderful comments at events and in my DMs saying, "Oh, I love your covers," or "I love the art," and I'm like, it hits me right in the heart. So, so proud of what I've achieved and built with these two hands.
That's right. And we are so proud. I'm so proud and in awe of everything that you do. I think that there are a lot of similarities between our practices. While I haven't gone into real estate, I did have a similar start to yourself in the graphic design industry of doing a diploma at RMIT. And again, shout out to the graphic design diploma people. I feel like or you did a diploma or was it the certificate? Yeah.
I did certificate.
Yeah. The both. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because that, it really sets you up for industry, like to go straight into industry. So I'll always advocate for people to really consider doing diploma or certificates if you want to get into graphic design. Of course, there's a great diploma, bachelor's in communications and things like that. But if you want your foot in the door to learn from the basics of the Adobe suite and all that kind of stuff, definitely consider it. Even if you want to do a certificate just to maybe brush up on some skills to help create some marketing materials for your own stuff in this book world, I reckon that might be a good idea because as your trajectory has taken you, you've been able to use that to your advantage, like myself as well, to design the beautiful covers that you have behind you. So cool. And also the character art too, which I'll make sure to put some images in this part as well of your beautiful artwork. So you use Procreate, is that right, on the iPad? Yes, love that. And yeah, it is. How are you finding the update to it? I don't know whether you've experimented with that.
Yeah, I haven't done a lot. A lot of my illustrations after the series I finished before the update, so I haven't really gone back. But I will have to. I think.
I haven't either. I think I just stick to my brushes and go, oh no, I don't want to change. I
Yeah,
don't want to change. But anyway.
Reliable line art. Yeah.
Exactly. All looking amazingly well for your creative pursuit and creative passions to go into this line of work that you do. But it's also nice to hear that in your day job, you still work with books and things like that. So that is super cool. So I am then wondering if you can give us an insight into what a day/week looks in your schedule and perhaps how writing goes into that.
Yeah, sure. At the moment, I work part-time, so my free days are a bit of a juggle between caring for my 4-year-old son and writing and author marketing and general life admin. So I make sure to write at least one day a week if I can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Write as in like do my author stuff. So if I do some marketing that day or set up whatever I need to set up for the next week. But I'm hoping that once Eli starts to go to school, I'll have more time to really get in. So that will not be next year, but the year after he'll be in school. So hopefully I'll have more time for my creative stuff. But at the moment, it's a juggle.
Yeah,
totally. I wonder how I got through 4 books.
Are you kidding me? Like 4 books also. What are we now? So you started in 2021. It's 2025 now. That's a book a year.
I know. I don't even, some of it's a blur. Yeah.
Mind blown. Awesome. But yeah, awesome.
But it's a juggle. But I think when you're passionate about something, you find the little pockets of time to make it work. So
exactly right.
Yeah.
I think that's so realistic as well, because I think that that's the one struggle that indie authors tend to face the most, which is balancing it in and around our schedules, which we have to pay our bills and have our family time and all that stuff in order to nourish ourselves, to allow us to have the time to do what we love, which is our passion. And yes, it can be a bit of a labor of love, labor in the sense of like, oh man, sometimes there are days where I just go, I don't know about you, but I'm just like, I just can't be bothered to write today. I know that's probably a bit like real talk, but sometimes I'm just like, I don't have anything to give. But then the next day, I will have lots of ideas. Do you have days where you feel like, nah, it's not working?
Definitely. All the time.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, all the time.
Same.
Definitely the hardest part is finding motivation. You can't force it. If you force it, your stuff suffers. So that's definitely the hardest part.
That's right. I totally agree with you there. I think that you just can't force it, even though like I don't know whether you felt the same in your graphic design career, but sometimes it can feel that there's an expectation for your creativity to flow like a tap. Like you got to just turn it on, drip it out. This is what you've been paid for. You got to come up with these ideas. But to cultivate that, it's not as easy as sitting down, doing the work. You can't do it like without being mindful and being creative, and it takes a lot more energy than people realize. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was probably your experience, I can imagine, in the graphic design field.
I think that's why I decided to try something completely different.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's a smart move, but you've got the skills to then do your own stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. So we did discuss a little bit about the hardest part about writing. Can you tell us some stuff that sparks joy and is the most enjoyable part of your writing career?
The most enjoyable part.
Yeah.
I think it would have to be just the surprises. Like
Surprises is really
but yeah,
interesting.
it's definitely the endless possibilities.
Oh,
Um
yes.
I love letting my imagination run wild. Getting inspired by music, films, TV shows, other books.
Other
Um,
books.
and how characters can have such a funny way of taking on their lives of their own. I'm half a plotter and half a pantser, I think, because I definitely plot to an extent, but then when you start writing, you'll know that the characters do whatever they want. Things don't always plan. So I think that is something I really enjoy about writing is that there's just nothing goes to plan, but that's the good thing about it. Because a lot of the stuff that happened in the Strings of Fate series, I didn't plan for.
That is so
It was originally going to be 2 books, but it ends up being 3, because the characters were just like, we're going to do whatever we want, and we're going to give you all these, ideas that you have to explain. So 3 books
It just
instead of
has
2.
to be. They knew what they wanted, and I'm so glad that
Yeah.
there are 3. I think a trilogy is always a nice round collection of books. Well, I say that, but then you've got 4 in the series, so I cannot limit it to that. But yes, I love when you talk about the characters having their own minds and their own spirits, because, like, for example, I totally relate to being the plant. I was going to say the plantser, the plotter and the pantser, because there was a scene I was writing yesterday, and I had written exactly where I want the next part to go. But when I was writing this particular character, I knew right then and there that's not something she would do. Like, actually, we've got to push it in another direction. And so when you talk about characters have their own minds, I was like, yeah, that's a clear example of, like, they have to make that decision. So,
Yeah, and particular characters just coming into existence that didn't exist. So there's a certain sister character in book 3 that shows up that she didn't exist in book 1, like when I was doing book 1. So characters just coming out of nowhere as well is another thing.
cool.
It's just so bizarre.
It's bizarre. Yeah.
It is, but yeah, that's definitely a part of writing that I enjoy is the unknown and the endless possibilities, definitely.
Yes.
And also another best surprise about publishing has been the community as well. I didn't realize how many friends I would make along the way, and just writing can be lonely and challenging, but the support networks you build around yourself and putting yourself out there, and being rewarded with friendships, readers, other authors, that's another thing that I love about this journey is the friendships that I've formed. I've experienced a community of passionate and welcoming people, and I'm really lucky to be part of it.
Well, you are also an arbiter. You are also someone who upholds that as well, truly. Because again, when I reached out to you, when I was just starting things, I was met with so much warmth and encouragement. And that is something that I have experienced overall from this community. But from yourself in particular, you are abundantly positive and abundantly welcoming. So you uphold those values as well, Melissa, seriously. Like,
It was my pleasure. I'm a big advocate for other authors, and I always will be. And I just love reading, and I know what it's like now being an author. So reading a book, I know what's gone into it, and yeah, I will always welcome anyone who wants to come and chat to me about the author process. I will always be in your corner.
Oh, I can 100% attest to that from personal experience too. I still remember the joy. Oh my God, like when you reviewed Stillwater's Run Deep and you made a video graphic for it. I literally like died a little
Oh,
bit. I was like, oh my God, this is just so beautiful. So massive, massive thank you. And there are so many other indies in the space that can also attest to the dedication that you put towards other people, but also for yourself too, because it shows in what you do in so many different ways, because you wear a few different hats, a few different creative hats in your reviewing as well as your marketing. And there's so much attention to detail that is present in everything that you do. You are a gold standard in this community, my opinion. I actually want to ask, and I know that I'm going a bit off the cuff here, but I'm wondering if you could give people a bit of a spiel, an introduction into the trilogy for those who might not be familiar with it.
So the story starts in Love, Blood, and Fury. So this is book one in the series. It is a complete trilogy with the 3 books being finished. So they're centered around our main characters, Ari, Elijah, and Locke. It's a romantasy. So Ari is a Fae assassin. She is a Fury, who is basically working for the 3 fates to end the lives of those chosen by the Tapestry of Life. So Ari is sent to the castle to kill the king of the lands. He has a bodyguard who shadows him very closely. That makes her job a bit harder than she anticipated. Also, there's a bit more going on than what she anticipated too. Magic hasn't been seen in the land for about 200 years, though Fury Fays do have magic. Magic for male Fae doesn't exist at that time because they were culled out. Because magic was so there was history of the males being too strong, and it would pretty much send them mad. So they were kind of male Fae.
Unalived, as they say.
Unalived. During her time in the castle, she discovers that the king's not quite what she thought either. So there's a bit of, she's emotionless, but she starts to get cracks in her heart. Also, having the bodyguard as well, he's not quite what he seems either. So she gets a bit entangled in a bit of a love triangle, but by the end of book one, you know who she's going to choose. So there's epic love, there's magic, there's later on, there's dragons. It's lots of fun. Lots of fun. That's pretty much the idea, but a bit of Greek mythology in there, which I really enjoy.
That's so cool. Love, love, love. That is an amazing introduction to
Thank you.
the stream.
It's always so hard when someone says, what are your books about? And you're like,
and you have to say it all the time. You got to say it all the time. And I feel like every time I say it, I'm just like, wait, I don't think I said that the right way that last time. I hope I'm saying it right now. Oh, but
I should have a spiel after 4 years.
That was a perfect spiel. That got me hooked. I was like, yeah. I mean, yes, I've already begun to read Love, Blood and Fury, which I do need to get into the next ones in the trilogy. I'll just have to pop down to Knox, Dymocks, and just pick up the actual hard paperback books myself. So just
plug. Do you want some character art? Yeah.
Oh, yes, please. Big fan of character art, indeed. You and I both. You and I both.
Oh, yeah. I know you love it.
Oh, my gosh. We're going to see some more. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, my goodness. For everyone who is listening as well, we just got a sneak peek into some beautiful character art that is in After the Fury. And this book will be out soon?
That art is by Kaylin Art on Instagram. She is wonderful. I've been working with her since book one, and she's absolute dream. She's beautiful. So yeah, all the like jaw-dropping art that you see in the books is from Kaylin, but there's also my own art in there too. So yeah, if you like character art, grab the print copies for sure. The hardbacks are in color.
Oh, okay. That's another thing too. The hardbacks are in color, everyone. Oh, yes. Let us see. Let us see. That beautiful map. We love a map here. That is stunning.
We love a
Stunning.
map.
I've seen that. That is one of my favorite artworks that I've seen throughout all the fantasy stuff that I see. I always have that image with the chair and the two love interests.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Here's a very handsome looking individual on the page. So for those that are listening, we just got to see some of the incredible full color artwork that is in the hardcover books in the Strings of Fate trilogy. So for those that are interested in character art in particular, you got to get onto getting the hardcover books in the Strings of Fate trilogy. And so can people buy the hard covers from you directly?
Yeah, yep. So I do direct sales, yeah. So if you head to my Instagram or my TikTok, wherever you frequent most, you'll find my Linktree link.
Yeah.
And all the sellers are all listed in the Linktree, as well as my own direct website where I sign all the copies and give you a couple of little extra bits as well as a thank you.
There we go. That's a big incentive. So after you finish listening or watching this episode, go ahead and check out Melissa's Instagram and TikTok and all that, which we will make sure to be explicit about at the end of this episode, where you can get this stuff. But also I'll put the information in the show notes too for everyone to have a look at. So anyway, getting back to talking about the Strings of Fate trilogy, how does your book 4 compare to the trilogy, or contrast, or what are the similarities, what are the differences? Let us know in your own thoughts about that.
Yeah, sure. So book 4 picks up a year after the trilogy's finale.
Yeah.
It gives readers a chance to go back to the world and see what's happened since the finale. I personally, I always love wondering what characters get up to after a series ends. And how the finale changed them, how it changed their world. Has it moved on? Are there still dangers going on? In a world like mine, there's always danger. So I think that's seeing how it's changed is the comparative between book 4 and book 3.
Yeah.
Strings of Fate has always had a touch of Greek mythology in there, especially with the Fates and the Furies. I've always been fascinated with Greek mythology, and I wanted to bring a bit more of it into the spin-off. So Nemesis in particular is such an intriguing character, especially because of her amnesia. She's got amnesia.
Yeah.
Right? It opens up so much more room for exploring her. This wasn't planned from the start.
Never is.
I don't think so. I didn't realize when I wrote the first book how attached I get to the side characters.
Me too.
So when I began, Nem's amnesia was like, because I don't have a backstory for you, I'm going to give you amnesia. So I'm glad I did.
Perfect.
Because it gave me the freedom to really, during the process of writing the series, ideas just came for her backstory, which I think it all ended up being perfect. So,
It's just a way of working out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's how so the book 4 is a continuation spin-off based on two side characters, so Nemesis and Kreth. So that's the difference between their story and the previous 3 books, because the previous 3 books were focused on Ari, Elijah, and Lork. So that would be the difference.
Yeah, that's a big difference.
Seeing how the world's changed. There are character cameos, so if you love the characters, from before, you get to see them again and see what they're up to afterwards.
You get to see. And you know, it's funny because like wanting to know what happens next in certain books and all that stuff, I feel like that's almost the essence of, I guess, even writing fan fiction or kind of that kind of stuff, because you want to know what's next. And it is such
Mm.
a fan service to give your fans an insight into, yeah, what would happen next in this series. And then it becomes, I guess, canon with what you've written. And it's interesting because even when you've talked about After the Fury and talked about the side characters, it almost makes me think, oh, will there be a sequel to After the Fury? But no, I think that, I can't say anything.
I can't say much because I have considered it. So we'll see.
It just feels like there could be more. I don't know. But anyway, that is a personal decision for you.
Never know. I never say never.
Never say never. Surprises, you know, all that jazz. So I don't know. I just feel that there is a lot more. I'm sure that you've got this is your own perspective on this, but my feeling is that, yeah, there's just so much that you can delve into this world, which is one of the best things about being fantasy writers in general.
Mm.
There's so much you can delve into. Having a backstory for a character is really interesting because it does give you a bit of a clean slate, even though, yes, Nem had amnesia. That's as clean slate as you can get. But it's certainly
Not at all,
Mm.
creative block where I couldn't figure out what history to give her. So
Yeah.
no, not at all.
No, but it certainly allowed you to explore so many different avenues. So I think it's a great move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Pat yourself on the back. Absolutely. And so I am a bit curious to know, maybe this will give me some insight as well into what a career spanning 4 years and going looks like. How have you felt that your writing has developed or transformed from book one of the trilogy to After the Fury? Has there been much change or perhaps not? What's your perspective?
I think my voice is still there. I hope it's still there, but I definitely feel like, especially bringing out a book a year, you definitely do grow, and you do improve.
Mm.
Yeah. Also, having valuable feedback from reviews. I do try to keep out of reviews.
Mm.
I mean, but sometimes you do stumble across one and you may get some feedback in there that you go, oh, right, yeah, maybe I do over explain some things. So I definitely feel like I've improved on a lot of things that you just naturally would, writing more and more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think my voice is still the same, I hope.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, absolutely. I think that, especially, I think writing a book a year probably gives you like kind of like streamlines your, I don't want to say improvement because you're already so fantastic at it. But I guess if we're always wanting to learn and grow, it does throw you into a bit of a trial by fire by going like, I am learning so much every time I publish a book a year. So I can imagine it's been like a, whoa, where I was. Do you remember where you were before book one? And now
I was pregnant.
I
was sitting on the couch at night writing.
There you go.
Yeah, that's where I was. So I definitely feel like my circumstances have changed a lot since then, and perhaps my writing may show that, but I hope for the better.
I think so. I think we can only improve from, everything. And I think that to be as best as we can is to never settle and to never, I don't know, always go, what's next? What can I do better? Yeah.
Exactly.
That's so interesting. So you were pregnant. It's kind of like there is a similarity between your son's like growth and then the book's like, very transformative experience for you.
Yeah. My son was born in July of 2021. And then Love and Blood and Fury came out November the 1st. So yeah, so I was during Love, Blood and Fury writing that I was pregnant. I kind of think back and I'm like, how did I do that? Because pregnancy brain.
You also had like a 3-month-old or however when it actually was released.
And it was also COVID.
Oh yeah, that joy. We love
So a lot of my writing during COVID, and a bit of an escape, all of that.
Absolutely, yeah. That is similar to how Still Waters Run Deep emerged from that. And even thinking about improving my writing and our writing in general, even thinking about Still Waters Run Deep, and now I'm writing the backstory to the evil character, Gatira, in
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh my gosh. Yes, as someone who has reviewed Still Waters Run Deep, a fabulous arc reader yourself. Forever thankful, forever thankful. Oh my goodness. What I have found is that because I haven't written in first person before, that's a big change. But I knew I had to do it because
doing the exact same thing at the moment.
Yes, that's right. I think we were talking about that or something like that. Maybe it was yourself. Yeah, it's a big change, and you kind of
huge change.
Why am I doing this? But the character needs that. Like, especially if it is something where you have to get into their inner thoughts. I think first person is the best choice. Do you have a preference between third or first?
Oh, I can't really say yet because I've only just started writing in first person. So probably my preference is still third because that's what I'm used to, but we'll just have to see how the new project goes. If I turn around halfway through and go, I'm going to change back to third.
And you can.
Probably not.
You can do whatever you want as an indie. We can do whatever we want. That's it. That's it. But that's very exciting that there's another project on the way, which I'll have to pick your brain about. Yes. But I should ask you a little bit more about your other side of your creative pursuits and things that you do online, which is the Bookstagram as well as your writing life. So getting into perhaps your other side of things where you do a lot of arc reading and a lot of reviewing and then the marketing kind of things, do you foresee yourself continuing to do all of that alongside your own writing?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Awesome. We love it. We love
it. I've definitely been spending a lot more time in the arc reading space, which I'm loving. And just the generosity of fellow indie authors and publishers has been so overwhelming, but I'm super thankful. Yeah, I get to read stories before they come out. I choose to make things like graphics and things to help with, because you get lost on social media. You just need to try and, I guess, put your own personal spin on it. So I make graphics, as you know. And for my indie authors, I do try to make a little trailer for their release days too, which doesn't take me long, but I love doing it.
It might not take you long, but there's a lot of passion into it, and I'll make sure to put the one that you made for Still Waters Run Deep in this as well, because it's stunning. So you do an amazing job. You do an amazing job.
Well, it wasn't hard to be inspired by Still Waters, so that was easy.
Thank you. A lot of water. A lot of water. But no. So cool. I think that what you do is amazing.
I have my copy sitting right here.
That is amazing. Oh, look at the shine. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Thank you for plugging that. That is super cool.
Sitting right next to me.
Yeah. That's so kind. Oh my goodness. I'm honored. And I remember that day. It was out the front of Grace and Louis booksellers.
Yeah. That was a stunning day.
It was a beautiful day in Emerald. I think it was back in May, and we got to chat, and you you thankfully bought a signed copy. So thank you so much. I will have to get signed copies of yours when I see you at some events that are coming up in the future, because I know there's going to be some crossovers of where we're going to be. And so, can you give us a bit of an insight into, just going back to your own projects, what is next for you?
Well, I've got a few projects I'm working on at the moment, but you'll hear it here first that I'm working on something completely new, unrelated to the current series that I've just finished. Still in early development, so it's loosely based on an old French folk tale. There'll be dragons, enemies to lovers tension, a good dose of feminine rage,
Oh, we love
and a
that.
really yeah, a little bit of an interesting magic system built around gemstones.
Wow.
I'm giving first person a go, as you know.
Yep.
So at this stage, it'll be a standalone. But who knows?
Ooh.
I thought Strings was going to be 2 books, but it ended up being 4.
Yep.
So you
Wow.
never know.
Wow. Wow.
I'm also working on slightly spoilery if you haven't read Strings yet, but without giving too much away. I've also got another story idea that's set in the world where Nocturne comes from. He's a character who is a portal walker stranger in the Strings of Fate series,
Yep.
and I'll be exploring his world with his twin sister. So expect chaos, light versus dark, dragons again.
Dragons. We love dragons.
I can't write a story without dragons.
Yeah, look at it. It's so cute. Is that a crochet dragon? Or
yeah, it's crochet. My wonderful friend Claire at work, her daughter Haley, crocheted this.
Beautiful.
Isn't it gorgeous?
It's gorgeous.
Oh, he's got a belly. He's got a
nice
belly.
I love the belly too. You know, that's where all the fire comes from. Oh no, it's the throat. I don't know. But yeah. It's so cute. I love it. Wow.
But yeah, going back to that, yeah, expect chaos, light versus dark, dragons, a prophecy that could destroy not just their world, but all worlds. Watch this space.
My goodness, Melissa, you are a busy woman. That is incredible. You have got your sights set on some amazing projects coming out. So there's no slowing. There's no slowing for you.
Slowing, no.
That's what I love to hear. That's what we all love to hear, that there's going to be more, because, you know, we're greedy. We're greedy, the consumers. We just need more, and you are giving it to us. That is so exciting for you. I am so hype, especially the idea about the French folklore. Is that right?
Yeah, loosely based. Yeah.
Loosely based. And the gemstone magic. That's super cool.
Super excited about that.
Yes.
Thought of that in the shower.
Oh, the best ideas come in the shower.
Isn't it?
I don't know why.
Wait, I think it's because you've got no distractions apart from washing your hair.
That's it. And also, maybe, I was just going to say, like, you know, like the hot water opens up your pores. I don't know.
Maybe it's like cooking your brain a little bit, doing something good in there.
It's just a relaxing world, and you're just like, going to wash my hair. Oh, that's a good idea, but I can't write it down. Oh,
yeah, that's the other thing. As soon as you get out of the shower. What was that idea I just had?
Damn. Need to have waterproof paper or some kind of whiteboard or whatever in the shower. I'm sure people
write it in the steam.
Yes, write it in the steam, and don't clean it, or don't. Oh my God. But yeah, that is very exciting, Melissa. I'm so hyped for what is coming next. So then perhaps that shall lead us to the last question I have for you to wrap up this incredible chat that we've had today. Can you let us know, where can people find you on social media? And formally, I know we mentioned this again, but where can people purchase your books?
Yeah, sure. So you'll find me on most of all the popular platforms. I'm most active on Instagram and TikTok. I do have a Facebook reader group that I'm hoping to make more active next year.
Nice.
But that exists. For purchasing books, you can get them through my direct author website, which is lotsoflovecreations.com.au, or you can just Google my name and it comes up first.
Yeah, it sure does.
So I personally sign every copy. If you want your copy with your name on it, just leave a note at the checkout and I'll personalize them for you.
Wonderful.
And you get a couple of extra goodies and I wrap them up and everything for you. So it's a special little package that you will get.
So cool. So cool.
Yeah. They're also stocked at several bookshops, including Dymocks, Knox City, as we said. We've got 1,000 Lives Bookhaven in Woorollook, Novel Nook in Yarra Glen, and some interstate stores like Arcane Books, Tales and Tomes, and Night Bloom, just to name a few. There are even more online booksellers who have very generously chosen to stock my books. So I'm super thankful to all of those sellers. All of them are in my link tree. So if you scroll down a little bit on my link tree, they're all there. In-person events.
Yes.
We're going to have a launch day celebration for After the Fury at Dymocks Knox City on the 5th of December. Time TBC. I will announce the time once I've confirmed that. So hopefully some of you can come along and come and see me in the shop.
I reckon I'll be able to. Yeah, I'm aiming to. Absolutely. I'm not too far away from Knox, so I'll have to figure out. But yeah, I need to get there.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
In 2026, I've actually got 5 events that I'm attending.
That's so cool.
Because I'm not planning to publish anything next year. I'm just going to be writing.
Yes.
I'm going to go to quite a few events next year. So, kicking off 2026 with Book Fair Australia in February. So that'll be good. Yeah. And then we've got 1,000 Lives Book Con. And then I've got the book booth event in August.
Just
to name a few. There are a few more, but I just need to wait for them to all be finalized. But I will be listing them all in my link tree and putting them on my socials. If you see one that you can attend, please do.
Yes. Definitely.
And I'm hoping to do interstate events in the future, but I'll definitely be announcing if I do any of those.
That would be incredible if you could as well. I mean, I'm very fortunate living in the same state as you that I can, and I will be at those ones that you've just listed too, which is so exciting.
Awesome. So exciting. I can't wait.
I can't wait as well. But yes, for the Victorians, please get around Melissa and check her out, especially on the 5th of December at Knox Dymocks. That is going to be an epic event to go check you out and see things. And then we've got Book Fair next year, which is really exciting how it's in Melbourne. That's like so cool because I think the last time
huge.
Yeah, it was in Sydney the last couple of years. So, which I haven't been to any Sydney events before, but I always thought, Book Fair would be something I would travel up for. Well, don't have to.
Now you don't have to.
Next year, sorry. In 2026. So we've got some good stuff coming up, and you in particular are exceeding in this indie author space. Seriously, I know I said this at the start, but I'll say it again. You are someone I look up to so much in this world, truly, because it is incredibly inspiring how you are leading with your creativity first. And it's so wonderful how you just let things unfold the way that they are meant to, because giving up that sort of strict hold on planning and things like that, letting your creativity drive, has led to the creation of these books. So awesome.
It's been fantastic. Thank you for having me. Man, we could talk for hours.
I know, right? I know, and I can. I definitely can, especially about this stuff. But thank you so much, Melissa. I really appreciate you coming on this show because you've got a wealth of knowledge in the 4 years that you've been active in this world, in this indie world, and there's no slowing down. No slowing down for you.
No slowing down. I'll just keep chugging along.
That's right. And I will be sitting front row watching everything that you do, with so much intrigue. So thank you for being on the show today.
Thank you for having me, Mon.
My pleasure. Thank you so much for watching the Indie Author Live show. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you want to know more about my own literary journey or the journey of some of our guests that you might have seen on the show, please consider subscribing or following my Substack or my YouTube channel. Finally, if you want to know more about my novel, Still Waters Run Deep, it is available on many distribution websites such as Amazon, Etsy, Baventi, you name it. All that information will be in the show notes if you're interested in learning more about my story to do with elemental magic and coming of age. Take care, everyone, and see you in the next episode.